Hello everyone, I'm Nate. Welcome to the channel. Today on this segment of Let's Talk Yo-Yo, we are going to be looking at the review of the Kappa from Throw Spiral. All right, this is my look at the Kappa. All right, let's get into it. It had been told to me like probably 5 times through different reviews I've reviewed lately, and for people who followed my channel for quite a while and kind of knowing my personal preferences with yo-yos and kind of how I love organic yo-yos, and I love that kind of blend between organic and performance-based and so on, that I should be checking out the Kappa from Throw Spiral. And so immediately was like, okay, well, all right, I guess I'll reach out to them. Immediately Jamie was like, yeah, I'll send you one. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you, Jamie, for doing that. And I'm glad that you did, because I've been loving this yo-yo since the day I got it. It was an instant love. It was an instant connection, right? It was one of those it factor yo-yos. I mentioned that a while back with the last yo-yo here, that, you know, there are some yo-yos that just have that it factor. So I knew the profile of this yo-yo and so on, and I'd seen pictures of it many times. I've been following Throw Spiral since they kind of started. I hadn't had a chance to play one yet though. And so I kind of was like, okay, this looks like a yo-yo that's gonna be right up my alley, but I'm not sure. Then I got it and I was like, yes it is. So let's talk about it. As it looks, it's an organic yo-yo. I love this colorway too. They have a couple different ones that they've come out with. This is the one that has just sort of their logo of the spiral on one side. The other side's blank there. But yeah, it's at first it looks like a pretty straightforward organic yo-yo. And organic yo-yos, you know, I would say historically, so to speak, have sort of a legacy of not necessarily being really performance-based or not really being competition-focused. Most are kind of more that laid-back, casual sort of throw. Maybe not a ton of spin time, maybe not a ton of stability, as compared to something in those H-shape, V-shape, you know, W-shaped yo-yos that are out there, that most competition or performance-based yo-yos focus on those shapes. So, but I'm seeing more and more of organic yo-yos kind of pushing that, where it's, you got that comfort, that bubbly feel that an organic has, and that comfort in the hand, but have a performance based focus in the design. So more rim weight, wider gap, and so on. And so so that it performs, and it's going to give you those spin times. It's going to give you that stability as well that you're looking for in something more performance competition. So here we are. This is the Kappa. All right. Pretty straightforward design. I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, no intricate, like, you know, gimmicky sort of cuts. Very straightforward gap in there as well. Profile is just very clean, very bulbous, round, and just very comfortable in a catch. Full size. The material on this, the metal on this, the alloy, what have you, is 7068. So it's a denser of aluminum, so you can kind of mess with that. And machine-wise, a little bit more, so you can thin out those walls and push a little bit more weight to the rims, which is a smart move, right? Instead of working with 6061, it's a little bit more capable. 7075 would do a similar thing, but from what I understand, 7075 aluminum is often also a little more expensive, and 7068 is gonna get the job done while maintaining a lower price point. So that's from what I understand, okay? Again, I'm not a machinist or a yo-yo designer, but that's from what I understand. Kind of looking to the bowls here, we have a 8mm axle as well, so nice and flat there. Not a giant axle, but nothing crazy tiny either, so it's not going to strip out or it's going to anything like that. You have just a little bit of a cut here, nothing crazy, just a little design feature. That's not going to necessarily aid in anything, but yeah, you can definitely tell there's a lot more rim weight there, but there's also a fair amount of mid weight as well, and less center weight with it being flat there. But overall, again, very simple, straightforward design, but focus on that performance while also maintaining that organic comfiness and feel in the hand. So that's going to do it for how we're talking about it in the hand here. Let's go and actually play it and see what it plays like on the string. I said that this yo-yo had the it factor, right? And it certainly does. It has that, just like from the first throw, It just has just, I mean, you can tell that, yes, okay, that simplicity in design and so on was in there, but it's well designed, it's well machined, and it is a dead smooth yo-yo. Very, very smooth, like butter smooth, super, super nice. Nice stability on there, as we talked about. That's kind of those things that you're looking for in a performance base. All right, so it's organic. So we know that on a catch, it's gonna be really comfortable. In the hand feel, it's gonna feel really nice and just smooth and everything you want in organic. But how about those performance features that, you know, it's saying it's kind of that blend between, you know, organic, but pushing that competition feel that you want. So let's see how it performs on things like the gap. Okay, right away, you can just tell that it's a more performance-based gap. Even on a bind, it's nice and snappy binds, right? No problem. But that gap is a little bit wider, and just slightly, ever so, that you can get quite a few string wraps without feeling like you're losing momentum of the yo-yo at all. A lot of organics tend to have a higher wall and just a little bit more string friction, so that, you know, those more modern performance type of things, those more intricate sort of tech type tricks where you're going to do a lot of wraps and so on, you can do that with this. All right, let's go ahead and do something like horizontal, just to kind of show you how it can perform with things like that. In some ways, this is kind of more of an organic-y V shape, the way that it kind of flares out a little bit more. I'm gonna put it more in the organic profile, of course. So it does have that a little bit more of that flared out V type shape that that you're gonna want in some more performance kind of yo-yos. But it is definitely in that organic range. Rejections are just fine. Yeah, nice and smooth, no wall like whatsoever. It just kind of pulls really nice out of that gap if you're needing to reject out of that. Again, really stable, really nice and long spin times. As far as how it feels like on the string, it's kind of a nice blend between kind of a steady pace. I feel like I know where this yo-yo is going. It's not super, super floaty. It's got a little bit of that, but not too much that, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't put it in that floaty category. I would put it more in that performance base. It's not so light either that I feel like it's zippy. I just kind of feel it's controllable, right? I feel like I know where it is at all times. Finger spins are going to be possible too if you want to do thumb grinds and things like that. That finish is also going to be really nice, and that shape is going to be good for grinds as well. The bowl on here is going to be okay for finger spins. It's flat. They're going to have enough room to do things, right? And move it around a little bit. But you're not going to pull off really long spin, you know, finger spins if you're into that. Perhaps, maybe you can, but it does move around there a little bit, and grinding it on the side where the engravings are. Those engravings aren't too obnoxious. I can feel them a tiny bit on my nail, but they're good. Sometimes engravings are raised up a little bit more depending on the quality, and these ones are well done. And I don't think they're really going to scratch off or fade too much if you do a lot of finger grinds with your nail there. They have some really cool engravings on some of theirs as well. This is, of course, the Spiral, which is their logo, but they have some really rad ones as well with some anime and other things on there. So if you're into that, there's some specialty edition ones. All right, hey, so I don't really have like a full trick here. I have kind of a trick I'm working on right now. I don't know how to end it, so I'll just kind of show you some of the things here. I love like a lot of classic mounts, and that's what this trick is. It goes from your 1.5 mount to that, and then I don't know where to end here. I think I'm gonna do this thing. All right, so here's the full trick here. See if I can do it smooth. That was supposed to be a bind. Let me see if I can do that again. The wind. Okay. And then back into that. Something like that. I don't know. It's supposed to be like this kind of ripcord sort of bind thing. That's what I'm trying to do at the end to get it smooth. I think that's the full trick. I haven't smoothed it out, but that kind of just goes, that just kind of gets you a glimpse into the mind of my trick development. Oh, right there. Ooh, get my hand out of the way quick enough. All right, that's the idea. I'll smooth it out. I'll film it, put it on my Instagram at some point, or I'll send it to Jake maybe and have him put it on G2's Instagram account. Anyways, but that's the trick I'm working on right now. What are you working on? Maybe it's a trick that you're kind of creating or somebody else's classic trick. Let me know in the comments what you're working on. That's gonna do it for the look at the Kappa from Throw Spiral. Really like this yo-yo. You should definitely check them out. They're a great company, good people behind it, who know what they're doing, who have a lot of experience in yo-yo. So definitely check them out, and I think you'll like it. If you like organics, you're gonna love this yo-yo. If you like performance yo-yos, you're gonna like this yo-yo. It is a beautiful blend of those two great qualities that you want in a yo-yo that's comfortable in the hand on a catch, but also has that great stability and performance and spin times and just everything you want in a yo-yo. So it tacks off pretty much every single box that I want. So good job. Check out the Kappa. All right, that's gonna be it for now. Until the next one. Later.